Hi, and welcome back to Mindset Mastery. I'm Dr. Corey Hirsch, and I'm a mindset consultant, a therapist, and I am so excited to have you here today so that we can talk about personal growth. A few years ago, I found myself in a very dark place where I felt very lost and lonely and confused, and I definitely was not living up to my potential. I made a decision to turn my life around, and I did a deep dive into personal growth. I listened to podcasts, I read countless number of books. I really explored and dove deep into the world of personal growth, and I was able to turn my life around so that I went from feeling very, very small to enjoying a very expansive, exciting, very fulfilling life today. I want to share what I learned about personal growth with you. Personal growth is the key to living a fulfilling, meaningful, and purposeful life. It is a lifelong process, and there's no rushing personal growth. It's important to recognize that personal growth is not a luxury. We as humans have a need for purpose, and we have a need to improve our lives and grow closer and closer to self-actualization as we age. Personal growth covers many different areas of your life, from your personal relationships to your career, to your mindset and your hobbies. What you do with each of your days can either be improved upon or stay the same. It just depends on whether you're investing in yourself and developing the self-awareness to continue to grow as a person. So what exactly is personal growth? Personal growth is a continuous journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, expanding your perspective, and embracing new experiences. The goal of personal growth is to unlock your full potential so that you can live a more expansive, more exciting life. When we seek to improve in our mindset, in our relationships, and in other areas of our life, we improve our overall well-being. It's important to note that personal growth is not about achieving perfection. Rather, it's about living a life where you focus on making small improvements so that you can get closer and closer to the very best version of yourself. One of the most profound impacts of any personal growth journey is the development of greater self-awareness. By engaging in activities that encourage introspection like journaling and meditation, you gain clarity about your values, your passions, and your purpose. This heightened self-awareness allows you to make more informed decisions, align your actions with your true self, and navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. Developing increased self-awareness involves taking stock of where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go. In order to improve your situation, you must make a decision about where you want to go and who you want to be. Set your GPS towards that goal and start taking steps towards becoming that amazing person that you are. Like a garden, personal growth is an ongoing process. Perhaps you start with planting the seeds in some very enriched soil, offering some water, and during the course of the plant's life, you continue to tend to the plant, giving it water, giving it nutrients as needed. Personal growth also demands our constant care and attention. There is always something new to learn, improve, or discover about ourselves. Similar to a garden, personal growth is deeply fulfilling and rewarding as we witness the blossoming of our very own unique potential. Remember, we have this drive for self-actualization. We need to have purpose, and we need to make meaning out of our lives. Personal growth doesn't just involve self-awareness, but it also involves improving communication skills, decision-making skills, and problem-solving skills. Personal growth also addresses mental health, physical health, nutrition, diet, exercise, and incorporating daily practices that improve your well-being little by little. You don't have to make some grand gesture toward improving your life in order to make your life better. There is this concept of a compound effect where little steps taken on a daily basis begin to add up until one day you can look back and see how much growth you've actually made. Personal growth is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey of self-development, improvement, and fulfillment. Personal growth is not just about making changes. One of the most important aspects of personal growth is setting goals, and they must be SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time specific. When we talk about specificity, we're talking about an understanding of the goal so that you know when you've achieved it. For example, if you're wanting to be fluent in a new language, then a non-specific goal would be just to learn a new language. The more specific way to state that goal is to say, I want to be fluent in Spanish so that when I go to Spain, I can carry on a conversation and understand what the Spanish people are saying to me. When we talk about measurement, we're talking about using some kind of metric or measurement that allows us to measure our progress. So for example, with the Spanish speaking goal, in order to make it measurable, we want to say that we would want to be conversant with the Spanish speaker for a full 15 minutes. When we talk about a goal being achievable, we're talking about a challenging goal, but one that is realistic, taking into account your circumstances, resources, and abilities. Goals should always be relevant. Relevance refers to how in alignment this goal is with your values, with your desires, and with your purpose. If our goals are not relevant to us, it's very unlikely that we're going to be able to do what it takes to stay consistent in order to achieve the goal. Relevant goals give the greatest feelings of satisfaction and fulfillment. Finally, all goals should be time-bound so that there's a sense of urgency and we can also tell when we've reached the goal. Take a few minutes and reflect on your own life and perhaps identify one or two goals that you'd like to set for yourself. And then when you have a few moments, go through those goals and evaluate whether they are SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Building healthy habits is another really important aspect of personal growth. Incorporating healthy habits into our daily lives lays the foundation for sustainable personal growth. There are some common healthy habits that you can easily incorporate today: meditation, exercise, healthy eating, journaling, reading personal growth books so that you can learn more about personal growth, and self-reflection. When you start to incorporate new habits into your daily routine, remember to start small and gradually increase over time. So if you're trying to incorporate meditation, let's say, perhaps you'll start with 1 minute a day of meditation for a week, and then you can build up to 5 minutes for the next week and maybe 10 minutes for the week after. If we try to set our goals too high or take on too much at once, we overwhelm ourselves and become paralyzed, and we often will stop pursuing the goal. The New Year's Day resolution to go to the gym 7 days a week is a perfect example of setting the bar way too high. When people make a New Year's resolution to go to the gym 7 days a week, I discourage them from making that goal so difficult. Instead, I encourage them to set the goal at going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, because that is a much more realistic goal. The thought of going to the gym 7 days a week can feel so overwhelming. And if you miss a day, you might see yourself as a failure and stop going to the gym altogether. A few years ago, I made a decision to incorporate walking into my life 3 or 4 days a week. And what I found was that I enjoyed it so much that over time, I started walking more and more days a week. And now I walk 5 or 6 days a week, and I look forward to those walks. When I don't feel like walking, I stop for a moment and consider, what would the best version of me do at this moment? And then I always end up going out for that walk. And you know what? Afterwards, I always feel so much better. Reminding myself of that feeling after the walk is another way that I motivate myself to get out and do that walk. Consistency and patience are the key to developing consistent daily habits. Remember, setbacks and challenges are going to be part of your journey, but don't get discouraged. When we recognize that challenges or setbacks are part of the journey, then we can take those obstacles in stride, knowing that we can expect those obstacles and we can continue on despite those challenges. Cultivating a growth mindset is such an important aspect of any personal growth journey. A growth mindset is one where obstacles and challenges are seen as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. Reframing failures as growth opportunities is one way to develop a growth mindset, and that reframe will inform your future decisions and outcomes. There are two ways you can learn in this world. One is to make your own mistakes and learn from them, or two is to learn from others' mistakes. There are so many books out there on personal growth and biographies about people's experiences that you can learn from. Check in with your family and your friends and other people who have had similar experiences to yours to see how they have handled them. It's also important to avoid self-criticism and practice self-compassion and patience as you start to try doing new things. Reflect on the progress that you've made rather than only focusing on where you want to go. There's this concept of living in the gap or in the gain. When we live in the gap, we're focusing on all the things that we haven't done or where we failed. Whereas when we live in the gain, we can look back on our progress and see from where we came and how much we've grown along the way. When we focus on the gap, our lives can feel frustrating. But if we can focus on the gain, it can give us the energy we need to continue to move forward and grow. Resilience grows when we learn how to adapt to our situations and take each experience as an opportunity for growth rather than seeing challenges as roadblocks that paralyze us. So again, embrace those challenges, embrace those obstacles, use those experiences to expand your mind, to expand your resilience, and to encourage you to keep moving forward, knowing that with each obstacle you face and every challenge that you overcome, you are growing more and more. Developing self-awareness, setting goals, building habits, and embracing challenges are 4 really important components of personal growth. Every step you take towards self-improvement is one step closer to that you that you want to be. Personal growth is a lifelong journey. It does not happen overnight. So go easy on yourself. Perhaps just focus on one change that you want to make and sit with that for a while and see what happens. So I encourage you to pick one thing. Pick one goal that you want to implement. Pick one habit that you want to start incorporating into your daily routine. Focus on that one small change and see what happens. I imagine that once that change is implemented into your daily routine, you're going to want to build on that. As John Ruskin said, the highest reward for one's toil is not what one gets for it, but what one becomes by it. So take that first step today. Explore opportunities for growth and commit to becoming the best version of yourself. I promise you the rewards are limitless. If you find what you've heard in this video inspiring, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you won't miss any upcoming videos. Thank you for joining us today.